All right, here we go. We're on. All right. Hello, welcome everybody. I appreciate you checking out this episode of Huntsville Achievers, where we identify 3 big ideas in 5 minutes. The idea is to help you achieve more. My name is Colby Robinson. I own This Side Up Moving and Storage. Today, we're talking with Andy McCloy. He's the owner of BCI, located in Madison, Alabama. Andy's been a fitness and business leader in North Alabama for a long time now. Andy, I appreciate you spending some time with us and helping, share some knowledge with us today. You have 3 big ideas that can help the folks out today?
I do, brother. I do. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah.
We'll just jump into this. Idea number 1 is put your mask on first. If you've ever been in an airplane, that's one of the things that they tell you to do. You put your mask on first, because if in case of an emergency, that mask comes down and you try to help somebody else before you've actually taken care of yourself, you both can end up in trouble. And I think right now there's a lot of fear pushing people away from taking care of themselves. And when you end up in fear and in threat, we don't always think logically. So I just want to remind people, the way to take care of yourself, number 1, is how you sleep. Sleep is the most foundational thing that you should be dialing in right now. It is like giving your brain a bath, and it's how your body recovers and reconciles itself every single day. Okay. The second thing is what you put in your body. I'm not saying this in jest. This is not to make fun of anybody, but there is a disconnect. When I was at the grocery store the other day, I saw somebody wearing a mask with gloves as they were pulling out 4 2-liter bottles of soda, and the only food in their cart was processed food. I respect their choices on how they eat. I make no judgments other than to say that the best way to protect yourself is to get good sleep, put high quality food in your body, let go of the processed stuff. Okay. That lowers immunity as a whole. All right. And it's certainly not saying that's a fix for COVID, because it's not a fix for COVID. All right. Third thing is exercise, but I want to touch a little bit on where your exercise intensity should be. This is not the time to be doing HIIT training. This is not the time to be doing high intensity training. Those things have a suppressive effect on the central nervous system, and that can impact immunity and recovery as a whole. You should be doing low intensity training, high focus on aerobic capacity. That will lend itself very well to stress management as a whole. And that's my 4th point on put your mask on first. You need some stress reduction strategies, whether that's walking in nature, meditating, journaling, or whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay. So that's point number 1. Point number 2 is be empathetic. Man, there's a lot of people have difference of opinions on how businesses should be opening, how you should take care of yourself out in public, and you need to be empathetic to other people's concerns and feelings. I've noticed a severe lack of empathy and a desire for people to just be right about their perspective, and I think that is an exercise in futility right now. I think just developing empathy and a better understanding of other people's experience has a lot of value right now. And the third part is get your money right. Everybody knows the story about America, right? Like, we are the most debt leveraged crew in the world. We don't save a lot of money. If you look at the numbers on what the average American has in their bank account, and the smaller that number is and the tighter things are, the more pain, stress, and fear that things like this can create. From a business perspective, I'm a huge fan of profit first. And then from a personal financial management standpoint, I like everybody from Dave Ramsey to Ramit Sethi. I'm a little bit more on Ramit Sethi's side these days and his conscious spending plan, where you're automating your saving and investing. And I think that is a very simple tactic that if you start now, automating your savings to where you don't have to think about it, that can really help pay off in the future in any type of future pandemic. So I try to do
what was that last guy's name?
Ramit Sethi, Ramitsethi. He wrote the book, I Will Teach You How to Be Rich. He's got a great blog, a different perspective than Ramsey, but a lot of common overlap there as well. So
yeah. All right, good deal. Man, you touched on a lot right here. I mean, this, one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on is because I know, like, for those first couple of weeks of all this happening, like, at least for myself, I'm in a fog. It's hard to really manage any of that. I'm buying processed food because I don't know if the grocery store is going to be open, and some of those habits that I was trying to build just kind of went to the wayside for a little while. And I think it's important for people to kind of get back on the bus and, like, start actually planning, like, how we're going to deal with this nutritionally, exercise, what are there any resources out there, like even if you're trying to do it on your own, like if you need to build like a plan for yourself, is that something that you guys are doing at BCI if you're interested in trying to get something going for yourself?
Yeah, I'll say this really quick, and I'll try to tie it up for you because I know we're supposed to do this in 5 minutes. There's that great quote.
Yeah, it's all good.
In the heat of battle or in the midst of chaos, we don't rise to the level of our expectations. We fall to the level of our training. So I think what people should consider is hiring a coach to work with them on those things. We certainly provide those services, but I know everybody in the fitness industry all over this country, and if people need help finding somebody, I can certainly point them in the right direction as well.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Hey, I really appreciate it, man. This was like super great. I knew that you were going to bring some good stuff for us. I think everybody will enjoy that, man. If you have any questions regarding this, feel free to comment below the video. Andy will look out for this and answer it. And otherwise, man, I appreciate you spending some time. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, brother. Appreciate it. Take care.
All right.
Boom.